Okay, folks, US kills 10. This is like a 6 hour. This is from first post. 6 hour video from 6 hours ago. And it's already started, folks. Iran sends warship to Red Sea. It just started. World War III, folks. Iran sending a warship to the Red Sea. Well, the whole thing with the Houthis. Or, but then they're helping out the Houthis now. The Yemenis fighters. So this is interesting.
Now let's tell you about the Red Sea crisis. It is escalating. Yesterday, the US drew blood. American forces killed 10 Houthi rebels. Now, the Houthis, as you would know, are based in Yemen. They've been attacking ships going through the Red Sea. They say this is in solidarity with the people of Gaza. That's why the Houthis are attacking. But they're attacking all kinds of vessels, even those which are unrelated to the conflict.
Wow.
And the same happened this weekend. The Houthis targeted a cargo ship.
So that's even worse. First they were saying, unless this is true or not, I don't know. But they're saying that they're only attacking Israeli ships, like regarding the Israelis. But now they're attacking other ships, according to this report. But I don't know. I could trust this report or not, folks.
It's called the Maersk Hangzhou, a ship registered to Singapore, operated by the Danish shipping giant Maersk. Now, this ship has no ties to Israel, but the Houthis attacked it anyway.
Okay, so maybe it could be a mistake, actually. But accordingly, they're supposed to attack only ships from with Israel.
The raid began on Saturday. The ship was targeted with missiles. One missile was fired from the Yemeni mainland. It hit the ship, but did not cause too much damage. There were no casualties, and the ship could still sail. So it continued along the Red Sea. The ship kept moving. Then it was fired on again. 2 more missiles were fired, aimed at the same ship on Saturday night. They did not hit their target, though, because these missiles were intercepted by the Americans. You see, right after the first missile attack, the ship had sent out an SOS, a distress call. And this call was answered by the US, by one of their most potent naval vessels, the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower aircraft carrier. It responded to the SOS call from the cargo ship. Now, an aircraft carrier does not travel alone. It moves in a fleet along with destroyers and carriers. So the entire fleet went to rescue the cargo ship.
No.
And a destroyer intercepted the Houthi missiles, and the aircraft carrier launched helicopters to protect the ship. Now, the missiles may have failed, but the carrier was still under attack by Houthi militants on small boats. The Houthis attacked the American aircraft carrier. The Houthis had sent 4 boats to intercept and board the merchant ship, the cargo ship. They wanted to intercept and board it, so they sent 4 boats, but they were not prepared to deal with American firepower. Reports say the Houthis were only carrying small arms.
Okay.
But when they saw the Americans, they still attacked. They fired at the incoming American choppers. And that's when the US fired back.
The American enemy forces attacked 3 boats belonging to the Yemeni naval forces, which led to the martyrdom and loss of 10 members of the naval forces.
3 of the Houthi boats were destroyed, the 4th one retreated and managed to escape. The Houthis have vowed that there will be a response.
The American enemy bears the consequences of this crime and its repercussions.
The Americans may have a target on their backs now, from the Houthis and their allies Iran, because Iran too has sent a ship to the Red Sea, a frigate called the Alborz. Now, this ship is old. It was commissioned back in 1971, but it has been modernized and it can pack a punch. This is likely to complicate things in the Red Sea and make it harder for the US to secure this vital shipping.
See, folks, now this whole thing is being escalated, folks. We're going to a slippery slope of World War III. Seems like, folks.
lane. Even though on paper, the Algors cannot match the USS Eisenhower and its fleet. The Eisenhower was initially sent to this area, to the Mediterranean, when the Israel-Hamas war broke out. It was supposed to be a statement, a show of force. The carrier and its fleet are more than a match for the Houthis. But shipping companies are still worried. Take Maersk, for instance. It had resumed shipping through the Red Sea last week, but now it has decided to stop using this route again. It needs more security and safety guarantees. And the US has been trying to reassure shipping firms, trying to tell them that they've got the Red Sea covered. But one aircraft carrier may not be enough to protect everyone. So
Clearly they don't, folks. But US in actuality, they're doing it alone, folks. Because other countries were supposed to help out, Spain and France and Britain, the UK. But they said they're not going to decline to be in the fight. From what I heard, I think I'm pretty sure that they declined to send ships. I think Canada's in it. Canada, I think we're sending ships. Sending the ship there, Canada, and I know Spain and France is not. They're not. They decline. There might be some other countries in it. You know, smaller countries, European countries, it might be, along with the U.S. But I don't know. But the big militaries are not in it. So U.S. is really doing it alone. I mean, countries with small militaries. I mean, they're trying to see the Red Sea is a vast it's a vast territory, actually. They're trying to protect, and this is really a difficult task for the U.S. and the so-called allies. Well, how many there is? Really, they're alone in doing this. So.
The US has also formed a coalition to protect the region. It's called Operation Prosperity Guardian. About 20 countries are participating in this mission. Fun fact, about
it's not really 20 countries. In reality,
them have not even volunteered their names. They don't want
exactly.
to be publicly known as supporting the US. It's seriously
See, these countries with small militaries. What I've heard is Spain and Spain and France, they decline. I think Germany. So I heard on another independent media, not the mainstream corporate media. This looks like a corporate media. I don't know his first post. But I heard that it's the so-called 20 countries. It's not really. Is it really 20 countries? I mean, I don't know. I think they're alone, folks. They're doing this alone mainly. I don't think they're these so-called countries. You see U.S. ships in there. I don't see any. I was thinking they're sending drones to the. They have drones there, and the other countries they're sending drones.
And Iran's entry into the Red Sea makes things worse. It has turned the already volatile area into a powder keg. And all this won't help reassure the shipping companies. Meanwhile, India too is stepping up its naval patrols. India has deployed more ships to the Arabian Sea. India now has 4 destroyers and a frigate patrolling the crucial waterways.
So it is the Indian media. So it is the Indian media. So Indians in this. Like I said, countries with small militaries are in here. I mean, they're helping them out. I mean, India. So, but the European countries, I don't know if they're in it. they did not decide to use their name, according to her. So maybe some countries are in it, but they're small navies. Countries with small navies. They're not like the big NATO forces. Like, where's NATO? Is there any NATO countries besides Canada? I don't know.
We'll also have aircraft and drones conducting aerial surveillance.
Like I said, drones. So they're probably using drones. Most of these countries are using drones. India's sending ships though, so it's interesting.
The goal is clear: to gather intelligence and render assistance to merchant vessels. But India won't be shooting down raiders. It will ensure that no one gets hurt,
Huh.
working in tandem with the
See,
US
they're not just being like a moral support. Oh my God, it's more like a moral support, I guess. It's not really. They're not going to be in the fight. They're not going to be in the shooting war, in a sense. They're going to be logistical support, kind of, and information, whatever you could, you know what I mean, to these ships, to the U.S. These other ships that are in there, the cargoes, the cargo ships. I mean, I guess.
said mission to bring stability to the Red Sea, to ensure that this key trade route remains open. Because a crisis in the Red Sea will hurt everyone.
Okay, folks. That's about this. It was a breaking news, folks. What do you think about that? Like and subscribe. I'm out.